So this week we have our actual photo story due. So let's recap some of the things that we're looking at. So the primary elements behind a successful photo story, we'll look at the checklist of the photos you want to include, and be sure and run that checklist before you turn your assignment in. We'll look at the concept of the narrative theme, interacting with your subject, and we'll look at another student example. So remember, the elements to a photo story, it needs a theme. It could be internal, it could be external, but again, external is probably easier to photograph. It needs a person as the main subject. We need a complication or conflict and resolution. We need visually appealing photographs. That kind of goes without saying at this point in the semester. We need a supporting narrative. We need good captions that support the story. And then we need good storytelling organization, a beginning, a middle, and an end. We need a good arc that carries the story from beginning to end. So your story checklist, we need decisive moments. We're looking for candid subjects, human interaction and connection, juxtaposition, tension about to resolve, fleeting moments or expression. We're looking for visual variety. We're looking for a wide shot, medium shots, close-ups, variety of angles, high, low, verticals, horizontals. We're looking for at least one detail shot that's a close-up, or even better, an extreme close-up that contributes a piece of detail information we wouldn't normally see and that adds to the story. We're looking for a portrait of your main subject, a nice posed environmental portrait. We need a sequence. We need a beginning that captures the attention. We need a middle that provides the guts of the story. And we need an end that includes a closing shot and wraps it all up into one nice package. We need the 4 C's: good content, candid moments, good composition, and appealing color. The theme is going to be what the story is really about and the person that it's about. We need a headline or a catchy title for the first page that accurately depicts what the story is about. You might want to include a beginning photo or a couple of photos on that title page, or use your own creativity to generate some interest, but you want to hook people in with that title page. You need the narrative theme. The titles and the captions should find some way to work in harmony with your visual theme to all come together in a complete package. The captions, remember, provide the who, what, when, where, why, and how of the story. And introduce that subject early on, but spread additional narrative through the story. And don't repeat information in captions. Once you've said it, you don't need to say it again. It's important to get to know your subject. Be sure they know what you're doing. Develop some understanding and rapport with your subject, especially if it's somebody you're just sort of walking up to. Shoot extensively, and the subject will sooner or later just accept you as part of the background, and ultimately they'll learn to sort of tune you out a little bit. So let's look at one more student example. This is called Pot Thrower by Whitney. Okay, and these are, again, a good example of a visually appealing photo story that's got a conflict and resolution, a beginning, middle, and end, and has good composition, right? So here's a nice wide shot. We see Holly, our student art major, sitting in the pottery studio, getting ready to work on the pottery wheel. Here's a nice close-up, gives detail to the story, provides some more information. The narrative helps flesh out the story. Okay, here's a nice low-angle sequence that shows part of the pottery wheel most people don't tend to think of, that it's manually operated. There's no electric switch. She actually has to kick it with her foot. Another nice low angle that connects the work that she's doing kind of down at waist level with her eyes and her focus and her hands. The hands do a lot of the work, so it's nice to see the fingers working the clay. And again, these close-up photos provide nice detail. Here we see her concentration. We see some of that emotion that she's putting into her piece. Nice high angle. Again, shows the environment that she's in, shows the wheel that she's working at, shows some of the stuff that she uses. A medium shot keeps it moving. And we start to see the pot coming together. And now she's doing it again. So this helps explain why she needs that second pot within the captions. And here we have a sort of cheesy environmental portrait and a narrative that explains why she needed 2 pots. So in summary, here's what you're looking for. We're looking for a unifying theme. We're looking for a person as the main subject. We're looking for conflict and resolution. We're looking for visually appealing photos, a supporting narrative or captions, and we're looking for some storytelling organization. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your stories as they come in this week.